Hello students, in our today's valuation of share lecture, we are solving the practical number 27. The balance sheet of the Viraj Limited was on 31st December 2011 as follows. Liability and asset is given. Let's read the additional information. From the following information, find out the fair value of the equity share. We have to find out the fair value. So for finding out the fair value, we have to calculate the intrinsic value as well as market value. The market value of the land and building was 20% more than its book value, while the book value of the machinery was 20% more than a market value. The market value of the X Limited debenture was rupees 96. Expected rate of return is 10%. The profit of the company before 50% tax of the last 3 years was 1,70,000, 2,30,000 and 2 lakh respectively. The value of the goodwill shown in the book was 3/5 than actual value. So we no need to calculate the valuation of goodwill, just because of hint is given. On the basis of that hint, we can find out the value of the goodwill, and directly we will find the intrinsic value or market value of the share. So let's start the practical number 27. First, as I've already said that we no need to calculate the valuation of goodwill, just because the any additional hint is given of the market value of the goodwill. So directly we will write down the valuation of shares. First we will find out the intrinsic value. For the intrinsic value, we have to find out the net asset. So for the net asset, we have to find out the total asset. First is goodwill. What is the hint is given? The value of the goodwill shown in the book was 3/5 than actual. So let's consider the basic calculation. That means 60,000 is given. It is a 3/5. It is a 3/5 of the actual value, right? So suppose we have a whole part 1, right? So 1, the value of the goodwill, how much? So now it will be cross multiplication. 60,000 into 1 divided by 3/5. That means 5 will be a numerator. So 60,000 into 5 divided by 3. It will come 1 lakh. It will come 1 lakh. It is difficult to solve this in this manner. Then you can convert the 3/5 into the percentage. So you can solve like this also. 3 by 5 into 100. It is a 60%. So you can find it out like this also. 60,000 it's a 60%. So what amount would be 100%? So 100 into 60,000 divided by 60. The answer will came same, 1 lakh rupees, right? In the both the manner, you can find the value of a goodwill. So goodwill come 1 lakh rupees. Then land and building. Land and building actual cost 1 lakh is rupees given, minus depreciation fund is given 60,000. Now value would be 40,000. The additional information is given. The market value of the land and building 20% more than a book value. So we have a book value. So we have to add it back a 20%. So into 20% additional, we add to the 40,000, we get 48,000. So land and building will be 48,000, right? Then machinery. Machinery cost value is 1 lakh rupees. Out of the depreciation fund is a 60,000, right? And additional information is given. The book value of the machinery was 20% more than a market value. Here it's a 20% more than a market value, not on a book value, but we have a book value, right? So we have to find it out like this. 60,000 is a 20% more than, right? That means it's a 120%. So how much for 100%? So 60,000 into 100 divided by 120. It will come 50,000. It will come 50,000. So machinery came 50,000. Right? Then investment, X limited investment. Here we are not finding out the capital employed. We are finding out the net asset. In the valuation of the share, all the investment are taken into the consideration, right? So X limited investment. The hint is given, the market value of the X limited debenture was 96 rupees, right? So let's find it out, the X limited, how much debenture is there. So it's a 50,000, 50,000 and 100 each. So 50,000 divided by 100 each, it will come 500 debentures into 96 rupees is given. So debenture would be 48,000. Debenture would be 48,000. Then 10% investment of depreciation fund. It will come 1 lakh. Then closing stock 80,000, cash and bank balance 1,30,000, debtors 60,000, prepaid expense 10,000, and advertisement suspense account rupees 20,000. It is a fictitious asset, so we are not considered that. Let's total all the assets. 1 lakh plus 48,000 plus 50,000, 48,000, 1 lakh plus 80,000 plus 30,000, 1,30,000 divided by plus 60 plus 10. It will come 6,26,000 total asset minus total liability. So minus total liability. Which are the liabilities were there? 10% debentures, 1 lakh rupees, creditors 80,000, bills payable 30,000, and bank overdraft, it is a 10,000. Total is 1 lakh plus 80,000 plus 30,000 plus 10,000, 2,20,000. Net asset is equals to 6,26,000 minus 2,20,000. We get 4,06,000 minus preference share capital. Preference share capital is 1 lakh. Then net asset is came 3,06,000. Net asset is equals to 3,06,000, right? Out of which we can find it out the intrinsic value. Yes, so intrinsic value of equity share is equals to net asset divided by number of shares. Net asset is 3,06,000 divided by number of equity share is 1,800. The intrinsic value of the equity share came 170 rupees. 170 rupees. Now let's find it out the market value. For the market value, first we have to find out the rate of the dividend, and for the rate of the dividend we need to calculate the profit, average profit. So first we find it out the average profit. Average profit, 3 years profit is given 1,70,000 plus 2,30,000 plus 2 lakh. It is a 6 lakh. Divide by 3. We get 2 lakh of rupees average profit. Minus, first we have to deduct a tax. Non-trading investment interests are deducted at a time of the valuation of a goodwill, but here we are calculating the valuation of the shares, so no need to deduct the interest on non-trading investment. Carefully remember that the format of the valuation of goodwill and the valuation of share is a minor difference is there, so please understand very carefully. Right, here we are calculating for the valuation of the shares, so we out of average profit we directly deduct the tax. Rate is 50%, so it will come 1 lakh. Profit after tax will be 1 lakh minus preference dividend. Preference dividend is 1 lakh rupees preference share, 10%. So 1 lakh's 10%, it will obviously come 10,000. So average profit or profit available for the equity shareholders is a 90,000. Right? So rate of dividend is equals to profit divided by equity share capital into 100. So it will come 90,000 divided by equity share capital is 1,80,000. So 90,000 divided by 1,80,000 into 100. It will come 50%. Rate of dividend. Rate of dividend is 50%. Now market value is equals to rate of dividend divided by expected rate into paid up capital per share. Rate of dividend is 50%. Expected rate is given 10% into the paid up capital of the each share is 100. So 50 divided by 10 into 100, 500 rupees. The market value of the share is 500 rupees. Now find it out the fair value. Fair value is equals to intrinsic value plus market value divided by 2. So it will come 170 plus 500 divided by 2. 335 rupees per share. The fair value of the share would be 335.